Get ready to get rid of smut. Walmart selling the world's first ever DVD player that can skip over nudity, violence, and other offensive material. The device, which features technology by ClearPlay, is manufactured by RCA and will be sold for $79 a pop. Now, the idea of editing out this content not going over well with the folks in Hollywood. And with more on the story, we go to Chris Marlowe, reporter at The Hollywood Reporter. And Chris, tell us what this device is. How does it work?
Well, what it does basically is it programs the playback of your DVD. If you were at home yourself and you hit the mute button on all of the words you found offensive and skipped over the scenes that you found offensive or didn't want your children to see, this does it very quickly, seamlessly, as though you don't actually see it happen. And since it's run by computer, it's pre-organized for you.
Well, Chris, I guess a lot of the big Hollywood directors, including Steven Spielberg, aren't happy about this. They're suing the company. Why?
They feel, of course, that they should be able to control what their audience sees, that if they've created a movie, they should be in charge of what the end product looks like to the viewer. On the other side, the ClearPlay company is saying that if you make their product illegal, you should have to make the pause button, the fast forward, and the mute button illegal, because what they're doing is no different from those functions.
Sure, and not only that, if I'm a parent and I have kids at home, why shouldn't I be allowed to take a DVD that I've bought and I own now and skip out parts of it?
Well, I'm hardly going to take the place of what the courts are going to decide. But it is an interesting example of what technology effects can have on Hollywood that really have not been resolved yet. Who does have the right to control the playback? And should the copyright law of playback experience extend to you sitting on your sofa at home?
Well, considering the legal issues, how big of a risk is Walmart taking by rolling out a DVD player that could be rendered illegal at some point?
Again, I'm hardly going to speak for Walmart. They're a lot bigger than I am. But I don't think that they have made the decision that this will be made illegal, or if it is, that it will be illegal everywhere. It's very hard to predict, but I think both sides have a very strong case to be made. The consumer is in control of what ClearPlay filters out. There's a huge sliding scale from watching the DV completely untouched by technology to watching it with, a 4-year-old's sensibility, to just censoring out perhaps language, if you don't mind your children or yourself for that matter, seeing sexually explicit content, but you don't want crass vulgarity or perhaps a religious name taken in vain. You can make those decisions for yourself. It's also key to understand that the original disc is not affected in any way. If I wish to watch it completely as it was released into my hands, I have that option. If I want small children in my home to watch a more condensed version with some elements removed, I can do that with this machine as well.
Understood. Chris, thanks for the time. Chris Marlowe from The Hollywood Reporter.